was one of those people. Like, you have to be able to gauge situations, friendships, partnerships that don't truly see your value. And if you don't feel like you can elevate yourself, if you don't feel like you can contribute not only to the situation, um, but to yourself and your livelihood for your family, if you can't truly compete and just have an opportunity to scale whatever it is your ambition is all about, then you have to, you know, create a new direction for yourself. And I think a lot of times people are hesitant because, I guess the theory of the grass isn't always greener on the other side type of philosophy. But in hindsight, um, sometimes it is greener. A lot of times, more than not, it's greener on the other side because it comes along with a new set of ideals, a new set of ambitions, a new set of goals, a new set of perspective, right? And I think that once we understand that change is not a bad thing, and sometimes you need to switch it up. Like, say, with me, like, I can't be around people who are extremely successful and that are extremely powerful, wealthy, a lot of knowledge and experience and wisdom. If I can ask questions, if I can ask how you made those multiple millions of dollars, if I can ask you what books you read that help define your point of view and your perspective, like what are your non-negotiables? Like what is some of the techniques that you have developed over the time that has contributed to your success? Like what are some of the habits that you have embedded? What are some of the morals and values and principles? What are some of the scriptures that feed your soul and drives you? Like if I can't be one of those type of people around individuals that are successful, I rather just pray for them and wish them well and get far away from them as possible. Because when you have that type of spirit, when you just refuse to share. Now, I pay for some knowledge also. I go to seminars and I buy people books. I do all those things. I'm not saying you should give it away free. I'm just saying that if we are in close proximity, if we are developing a relationship, partnership, or whatever, and one person is being way more successful, my thing is I'm not looking for a handout. I want to work just as hard as you, and I want to eclipse that, if even if that's possible, or create my own version of what that was to create that type of success for the benefit of my family, for the benefit of me being able to use money as a resource and as a tool to be of service and help others. And I think a lot of times people are shy when it comes to that. They don't like to let people know that they're using them. I'm letting you know that I'm going to use you. Like, so if you have a superpower, if you have a skill set, I want to know, how do you sustain it? I want to know, what are your obstacles? What are your trials? What are your tribulations? How do you bounce back? How do you refocus? How do you decompress? Like, how do you operate and exist at such a high level for a long sustained amount of time? So those are the type of questions that we should be asking, but a lot of people don't like to ask those types of questions. We don't have time to waste time in the presence of people that are successful if you're not gathering and gaining the information so you can actually apply that to your life and the things that you want to do and accomplish in the world. I think that when people are around people just to be yes men, it is a huge detriment to their time, which they can never get back. And it's a detriment to the man in the mirror, so to speak, in regards to if you've said to yourself in the mirror that you want to be successful, that you want to level up, that you want to accomplish these great things, but yet when you're in the presence of people who have done a portion of or something great, and you're not asking those questions, you're not asking, you're not being intentional about your time in that space with those individuals, then you're doing yourself a huge disservice. And I think that a lot of times I may not be as welcome to certain situations because I do wear that on my sleeves. I am a high level thinking, very ambitious individual who wants to accomplish massive financial success. I don't ever hide that. But at the same time, I do share the context. It's because not only it helps me take care of my family, but it gives me a certain amount of freedom. And when you have a certain amount of freedom, you can be more creative and you can be more philanthropic and giving in certain areas to help other people recognize their ambitions and dreams and goals and aspirations as well. That is a key proponent of wanting to be in that particular space. And so it's not always accepted by many. It's like, man, he's here for the information. Oh, he's trying to get rich. And say, you damn right I am. I would never hide that. I think that we should wear that with like a badge of honor. Um, that you want to be successful. And when you're successful, you have talent. A byproduct of that, if you do it correctly, is money and financial freedom if you know how to manage it correctly. So that's just me.